An exciting journey brought to you by Amrita IKS Centre. A heartfelt welcome to our wonderful participants, their guardians and esteemed teachers. Today, we unite to celebrate the wonder of curiosity, joy of learning, and the thrill of friendly competition. Let's warmly welcome our brilliant contestants who have made it to the finals. Each has proven their knowledge and quick thinking to be here today. Today, we are having 4 teams. They are Team Jnana, Medha, Pratnya, and Veda. As one team can't come here due to some unforeseen circumstances, we have took 2 members from our audience itself. So they are in Team Jnana. They are Hariram and Alok Kumar Tiwari of Amrita School of Ayurveda. Then Team Medha, it consists of Noora Siraj and Kaushiki Nath from SVHSS Clappana. Next, Team Pratnya, it has Shali Rose and Ami S. Dev from GFHSS Kuzhithura. Last, Team Veda, it has Archana B and Adiba PN from Vivekananda HS, Changankulangara. Let's begin the function by seeking blessings from Almighty.
Om Amriteshwarya Namaha. We are very sorry for the slight delay in starting the event. One of the participants have to arrive. In the meantime, I just thought, to share some thoughts about why we are doing this quiz and what is the content, that is the basis for this quiz program today. As you must be aware, the Ministry of Education, Government of India is taking a lot of efforts to mainstream Indian knowledge systems. Have you all heard of Indian knowledge systems? That term? No. It is now being called in short as IKS, Indian Knowledge Systems. Because India had a very great knowledge tradition. You should all know many of the biggest universities in the world were in India at one point of time. Can you remember names of some of those great international universities? Yes. So at some point of time, people from all over the world were coming to these universities to study. We had a very extensive, diverse knowledge tradition covering so many topics. What we call today humanities, arts, engineering, architecture, medicine, agriculture. So the whole framework, yesterday I think during one of the sessions here in Arise, there was a very beautiful depiction of Ganesha's different parts representing different aspects of Indian knowledge system. It's so vast. So there is a realization that for India to develop on the basis of its own self-identity, the mainstreaming of Indian knowledge systems is very essential. This is not part of our education. We are learning it as, a third system knowledge. This is the basic knowledge that we should be starting our education with. So with this effort, the NCERT, have you heard of NCERT? National Council for Educational Research and Training. NCERT has also come up with a program to include IKS content in school education. So in the future, our textbooks will, so it is being very careful. We don't want to make tall claims. We don't want to say that, we are the only system superior to others. No, that is not the whole idea. The idea is that whatever we have inherited, this is our heritage. We should grow with awareness of our knowledge heritage. So for that reason, this is also being brought into the school level curriculum. Some curated content. On every topic, whatever was there in ancient India, students will get some exposure to that in the future school training. So NCERT is in the process of making this syllabus. I am also part of one of those committees. So within the next few months, a entirely new syllabus is going to come up, which will include at least 5 to 10% of the content that you are going to study in the future in schools will have some elements of IKS. And it is being done by a whole team of scientists, researchers who are being very careful to see that we don't make exaggerations, but we include, really valid, authentic information here. So it is in the background of these efforts that this particular quiz program is also being organized here. The quiz is called as Arogyasamskriti. Arogyasamskriti translates as health, culture. So what we are going to get introduced here is about this has been the result of many years of effort to bring IKS into the mainstream curriculum. And for the quiz, all of you who are participating in the quiz must have got those chapters, right, on health sciences that is part of a CBSE curriculum. So this was prepared 10 to 12 years ago. I was also part of that curriculum and prepared actually those chapters. So it is very heartening to see that over 10 years we have reached a stage. This was just an elective course for CBSE 11th, 12th students. Those who wanted to know about Indian traditions, this was called KTPI, this whole course, Knowledge, Traditions and Practices of India. So those who wanted to study about our traditions, they could choose this elective course while they are doing their 11th and 12th. So that is the content that is, the basis for today's quiz. But now we have come a long way. NCERT is introducing it not as an elective course, but as part of the main. Grow with awareness of our own heritage. It's very important to know, because that gives us self-confidence. That will help us to contribute more originally to the future development of knowledge. We need knowledge from all traditions, all cultures, but not at the cost of losing what we already have. So that is the whole purpose. It is to create awareness of this, that this quiz is being done, so that at the school level itself, we become aware of these traditions. So Arogyasamskriti is a health culture. India had a very powerful health culture, and this is an attempt to enable all of us to get early exposure to these traditions of India. Thank you. In a short while we will start.
I welcome you all to Arogyasamskriti quiz competition, an exciting journey brought to you all by Amrita IKS Centre. Let's begin with a prayer.
ध्यायामो धवलावकुण्डनवतीं तेजोमयीं नैष्ठिकीं स्निग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवतीं मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखीं वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणी सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गी मधुसिक्तसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरी.
Let's warmly welcome our brilliant contestants who have made it to the finals. Each teams, please come to the stage. First of all, Team Jnana. They are from our college itself. Now, next Team Medha. Please come to the stage. Team Pratnya. Now, Team Veda. Please come to the stage. Each teams can now introduce themselves. We can begin from Team Jnana. Please introduce yourself.
I am Alok from Amrita School of Ayurveda, first professional year.
I am Hariram from Amrita School of Ayurveda, first professional year.
I am Noora Siraj from SVHSS Clappana, +2 student.
I am Kaushigi Esnath from SVHSS Clappana, +2 student.
I am Ami Este from Kuzhithura Government Fisheries Higher Secondary
If you wish
School,
to
+1.
If you wish to share anything more, that also you can.
I am Shaliro Shaji from Government Higher Secondary School, Kuzhithura, +1 student. am Archana, Vivekananda Higher Secondary School, +1 student.
I am Adiba from Vivekananda High Secondary School, Changankulangara.
So we have our 4 teams ready. Now we invite you to plunge into the ocean of knowledge. Dr. Priyada KV, our sisters, to unravel the secrets of your intellect. So I welcome them.
Thank you, Amrita. And I welcome all the final contestants to the competition here. So, how do you feel now? Confident? Okay. So, let's begin the program. So, our first round is the multiple choice. So, Amrita will be reading out the rules. Please listen carefully.
Okay, before we dive into the questions, let's take a moment to understand the structure of our entire competition, okay? First, we will be having a multiple choice round, then true or false round, then visual round, then direct round, and at last, the rapid fire round. I will repeat. First, we will be having multiple choice round, then true or false round, then visual round, then direct round, and at last, rapid fire round. First, let me tell the rules of multiple choice round. In this round, each team will be getting 3 questions each. And each question will be carrying 10 marks. First pass will carry 5 marks, second pass 3 marks, and third pass 1 mark. Is it clear? I repeat, in this round, each team will be getting 3 questions. And each question will be carrying 10 mark. First pass will have 5 mark, second pass 3 marks, third pass 1 mark. Any confusions? Are you ready?
So, shall we start the first round? So, your questions are displayed in front. You can have a look. Okay. So, moving on to Team Jnana. On to the first question of the round. Please. Okay. The first question for Jnana is, Ayurveda proclaims that the human being is an epitome of, you have the options given here as A, earth, B, sky, C, water, and D, universe. Your time starts now. Read the questions as well as options clearly and give your right answer. Please.
The universe.
D, universe is the right answer. Give him a big clap. Okay. So let's move on to the next team, Team Medha. Are you ready for your question? Okay. Please, question. So the question for Medha is, Rasa Shastra is a branch of Ayurveda specializing in the study of, your options are A, minerals and metals, B, plant science, C, anatomy, and D, physiology. Read carefully and make your answers. Sorry, your answer is wrong. The right answer is minerals and metals. Okay? Last to the Prajna team. The next question for Team Prajna is, the question is, what are the meanings of the 2 words that constitute Ayurveda? So your options is A, Ayus means life and Veda means medicine. B, Ayus means life and Veda means knowledge. C, Ayus means disease and Veda means cure. And D, Ayus means health and Veda means balance. You can read the questions carefully and give the answers.
Option A, Ayus means life and Veda means medicine.
Wrong answer. Can you give it a try? Veda, Team Veda.
Option B, Ayus means life and Veda means knowledge.
Okay. What do you think, audience? Is the answer right or wrong? Okay, your answer is right. Now we are moving on to Team Veda. Please display the question for Team Veda. So your question is, according to Ayurveda, health is defined as a state of option A, physical well-being, option B, mental stability, option C, spiritual well-being, and option D, all the above.
Option D, all the above.
Okay, your answer is right. Thank you, team.
Now, everybody got one chance. So, we are now 2 more rounds are there for this multiple choice. So, next question for Jnana. How do the 5 elements Prithvi, Up, Tejas, Vayu, Akasha corresponds to the human sense perceptions? Option A, sound, smell, thought, touch and color. B, sound, sight, taste, touch and thought. Sound, option C, sound, smell, thought, touch and sight. And option D, smell, taste, color, touch and sound. Option D, it's right answer. Now to the team Medha. Vamana refers to which of the following in Ayurveda? Option A, therapeutic massage. B, medicinal diet. C, therapeutic vomiting. D, purgation. I repeat the question. Vamana refers to which of the following in Ayurveda? Therapeutic massage, medicinal diet, therapeutic vomiting, purgation. Think and tell. Take your time. What is the meaning of Vamana?
Medicinal diet.
Could you think once more? No chance. Okay, it is not right. Team Prajna. The question is displayed there also. It is if.
Therapeutic vomiting.
Yes, it's right answer. Now, next question to Team Prajna. In which tradition of the medicine does the oath of Hippocrates hold significance? A, Chinese medicine. B, Ayurveda. C, Siddha system. D, Western medicine. Oath of Hippocrates. You have heard about that. You may have heard about that. Just think. Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, Siddha or Western medicine. Think and tell. Hippocrates, Chinese, Ayurveda, Siddha or Western medicine. In which tradition of medicine does the oath of Hippocrates hold significance? No, it is wrong. Veda.
Ayurveda.
No, it is wrong. Jnana. Western medicine. Mike.
Western medicine.
Okay. Please put on the mic. Okay, next. It's okay. Don't be tensed. Next to Team Veda, who compiled the knowledge of 8 branches of Ayurveda into the Ashtanga Sangraha and Ashtanga Hridaya. A. Vagbhada. B. Sushruta. C. Charaka. D. Sharngadhara. I repeat the question. Okay? Yes, then.
Option A, Vagbhada.
Okay. Right answer. So, now one more round is there. Multiple choice, one more round is there.
Moving on to the third set of questions. Over to Jnana. So your question is, which Ayurvedic treatise composed in the 8th century CE was exclusively devoted to diagnostics? So your options are A. Madhavanidhana, B. Sharangdara Samhita, C. Mrigapakshi Shastra and D. Pathya Vinishchaya. Read carefully and give your answers. Use your mic. Is it on? Loud. Madhavanidhana. Is the answer right or wrong? Okay, give him a clap for the right answer. Moving on to Team Medha, shall we start? Okay. So the question for Team Medha is, which text in Ayurveda was composed about pharmacy and pharmaceuticals? So your options are Shushruta Samhita, Madhava Nidhana, C. Patya Patya Vinishaya, and D. Sharangdara Samhita. Read the question and the options carefully and make your answers. Ready to answer?
Option C.
Option C, Patya Patya Vinishaya. Sorry, the answer is wrong. Moving on to the next team. Pratnya, can you give the right answer?
Sushruta Samhita.
Is Sushruta Samhita the right answer, audience? Sorry, your answer is wrong. On to Veda.
Option D, Sharangadara Samhita.
Option D, Sarangdara Samhita. Give them a big clap. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question. For Team Pratnya, your question is, which among the following work provides fascinating description of animals and birds? So, your options are Mriga Pakshi Shastra, Gajja Ayurveda, Haya Ayurveda, and Shalihotra Veda.
Mriga Pakshi Shastra.
Yes, your answer is right. Mriga Pakshi Shastra. Moving on to Team Veda. Question, please. Team Veda, are you ready for your question? Okay. So, which ancient text contains passages related to the harvesting and management of crops and crop diseases? Your options are Brihat Samhita, option A, option B, Agni Purana, option C, Artha Shastra, and option D, Charaka Samhita. Read your question carefully and go through the options given.
Option C, Artha Shastra.
Your answer is right. Option C is the right answer. Congratulations for the team for participating well in the first round. So let's check the scores. So how do you feel right now? Are you tensed or something like that? Feeling okay? So be relaxed, okay? And you can definitely answer the questions, don't worry.
That was really an exciting round, is it?
Audience, please encourage the team, okay? You all sit very silent.
One important instruction to audience, you please don't say the answer, okay? You're disturbing the atmosphere of kissing. So please don't do that. Which team you think should have scored more? So, here are the first round results. First, Team Veda with score of 38 points. Team Pratnya with a score of 15 points. Team Medha with a score of 0 points. Then Team Jnana with a score of 23 points. Play well, don't get tensed, okay? We are moving on to next round.
Now, the next round is true or false. One sentence will be given. You have to tell whether it is true or false. Okay. So, Amrita, please read the...
Second round will be a round of true or false round, okay? In this, each question carry 10 marks and there won't be pass in this round. I repeat, this is a true or false round and each question will be carrying 10 marks. No pass will be allowed in this round, okay?
Okay. So, don't be tensed. You three people are actually participating. They are just participating in this. So, don't be tensed. Okay. They are telling everything right, so don't worry. Okay. So, the first question to Team Jnana. According to Ayurveda, 3 great elements make up the physical universe. Is it true or false? False. So, can you tell? Please tell in the mic. Please tell louder.
Panchamahabhutas.
Okay. Okay. That's right. Next question to Team Medha. Ayush acronym stands for Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Sovaripa and Homeopathy. Is it true or false? Ayush acronym stands for Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Sovaripa and Homeopathy. Is it true or false? Don't be tensed, be cool. കുഴപ്പമില്ല പറ്റുന്ന പോലെ പറഞ്ഞ ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കിക്കോളൂ. ആയുഷ് AYUSH. ആയുർവേദ, യോഗ, യുനാനി. ആയുർവേദ, യോഗ, യുനാനി, സോവാറിപ്പ ആൻഡ് ഹോമിയോപ്പതി. Just read once more and tell. Ayush. Is it true or false? No. Okay, time is up. True, that is not right. It is Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani and Siddha. Siddha and Homeopathy. Okay. So next question to Team Prajna. Black gram is heavy to digest by nature, whereas green gram is light and easily digested. Is it true or false?
True.
Yes, that's right answer. Please give them a hand. Now next question to Veda. Kashaya Vasti refers to decoction enema in Ayurveda. Is it true or false?
True.
Okay, that's right. So now the true or false round is over. We can look on to the scores.
So, here are the scores. Team Veda with a score of 10 points. Team Prajna with a score of 10 points. Team Medha with 0 points. And Team Jnana with 10 points. So, total scores are Team Jnana with 33 points, Team Prajna with 25 points, Team Veda with 48 points, and Team Medha with 0 points.
Okay, shall we move on to the next round? It's a visual round. So a picture would be displayed on the screen. You can have a look at it and you can tell what it is about. Okay, Amrita, please read out the rules.
So, here are the rules of the third round. This will be a visual round. In this, each question will carry 10 marks. First pass, 5 mark. Second pass, 3 marks. And third pass, 1 mark. I repeat, each question carries 10 marks. First pass carry 5 marks. Second pass, 3 marks. And third pass, 1 mark. Clear?
Okay, let's begin. Over to Team Jnana. Please have a look onto the screen. And what does this picture represents? Please tell your answer loudly.
Panchamahabhutas.
Is the answer right? Okay, the answer is right. Moving on to the next team, Team Medha. Are you ready for your question? Okay, have a look. In Ayurveda, these three are collectively called as
Doshas.
Can you be a little more specific? Doshas alone? Ado endelu extra frontal?
3 doshas.
Louder.
3 doshas.
Okay, the answer is right. 3 doshas. Moving on to Team Prajna. Please have a look at the screen. So this picture represents. Is it clear for you what is being written around? It says Shukra, Majja, Asti, Medha, Mamsa, Rakta and Rasa. Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Medha, Asti, Majja and Shukra. What does this represent in Ayurveda? That is your question. 7 pictures are there given around the human being. Can you guess what this represents? You can tell if you have the answer with you, please take the mic and tell it out. Shall I pass the question? Over to Veda.
Dhadukal.
More specific item.
Seven dhatu.
Okay, the 7 dhadus or Sapta dhatu is the answer. Their answer is right. Okay, shall we move on to your question then, Veda, Team Veda? Okay, have a look at the screen. In Ayurveda, these procedures are collectively termed as. What are these procedures termed?
Panchakarma.
The answer is right. Team Veda, the answer Panchakarma is right. Okay. So this round is over. Let's look to the score.
Teams, did you find this round interesting?
So the marks are getting ready. So we'll next round is direct round. So in that the questions will be asked and the options will not be there. Just question and you have to tell the answer. Okay. So in that the same as multiple choice, she'll read out the instructions. In that each team. So yes, marks are ready.
So let's have a look at the scores. First, Team Veda with 63 points. Team Pratnya with 25 points. Team Medha with 10 points. And Team Jnana with 53 points.
So are you okay? Tension. Now the next round is direct round.
Here are the rules for the fourth round. This will be a direct round. In this, each question will carry 10 marks. First pass, 5 marks. Second pass, 3 marks. And third pass, 1 mark. Each question carries 10 marks.
Okay, the first question to Team Jnana. What is the reconstruction of nose called?
Rhinoplasty.
Yes, that's right answer. And next question to Team Medha. Which branch of Ayurveda is associated with the study of plant science? Plant, you can think, plant science. Just think about that. Plant science means plant. What is the? What can be the? You have read about many types of Ayurveda. Think and tell.
Agri-shastra.
No. Need to think once more. That the term last will be Ayurveda. That is a clue. Plant science.
Herbal Ayurveda.
Allah. No. Team Prajna.
Sasya Ayurveda.
No, it is Vriksha Ayurveda. Next question to Team Prajna. What stimulus causes lavely plant to bear fruit? What stimulus causes the lavely plant to bear fruit? Any can pass? Team Veda. Pass. Team Jnana. Team Medha. Prajna. So the thunder is causing the lovely plant to bear fruit. So the next question to Team Veda. Who introduced the method of sterilizing surgical instruments?
Sushruta.
Yes, that's the right answer. So the next.
Now
one
let's move on to the second set of questions in the same round. So over to Jnana, your question is, which Ayurvedic textbook describes the physiology of respiration in details? Which Ayurvedic textbook describes the physiology of respiration in detail? Think and tell the answer. Charaka Samhita is wrong answer. It's a pass. Over to Medha. You have an answer for it? No answer. Pass. Prajna. You can tell it in the mic, okay? Even if it is no, it's not audible. Veda.
Sharangadhara Samhita.
Once again.
Sharangadhara Samhita.
Is the answer right or wrong? Sharangadhara Samhita. Audience? The answer is right. Sharangadhara Samhita describes the physiology of respiration in detail. Give them a big hand for this answer. Okay, next question is to Medha. So your question is, in which ancient text one can find an entire chapter devoted to Vriksha Ayurveda? I'll repeat the question once again. In which ancient text one can find the entire chapter devoted to Vriksha Ayurveda?
Charaka Samhita.
Sorry, the answer is wrong. Do you have the answer with you? Team Prajna? To Team Veda?
Arthashastra.
Sorry, your answer is wrong. Team Jnana? Sorry. Yeah, you can use your mic because the voice is not audible.
Agni Purana.
No, the answer is wrong. So anyone from the audience can? Okay, as audience, you won't be awarded with any marks even if the answer is right. No, you can give it a try. You can tell. So they don't want to answer. The right answer is Brihat Samhita. The right answer is Brihat Samhita. So moving on to the next team, Prajna. So your question for team Prajna is, the branch of Ayurveda dealing with the treatment of horses. The branch of Ayurveda dealing with the treatment of horses. It's a very easy question.
Gajayurveda.
With horse. Tell. Tell. Tell loud.
Ashayurveda.
Is the answer right? Yeah, the answer is right. Ashwa Ayurveda is the right answer. So moving on to Team Veda, your question is, in Charaka Samhita, how many categories of animals are described based on the predator habit? In Charaka Samhita, how many categories of animals are described based on their predatory habits? Do you have the answers?
5. 5.
Are you sure about the answer? Please think once again and tell the answer.
2.
So the answer is wrong. Over to Jnana. Do you have answer for the question? 3 is the right answer. So we have come to the end of this particular round. Let's check the score until now.
How was the questions, dear teams? How was it? What about you, audience?
Audience, please be more active, okay? Please encourage the contestants here.
So the next round is rapid fire. So each team will get 10 questions at a stretch. So 10 questions they can answer as soon as possible. So now the scores are ready.
So the scores are ready. First, Team Veda with a score of 73 points. Next, Team Pratnya with a score of 43 points. Next, Team Meda with a score of 10 points. Team Jnana with a score of 68 points. So let's move on to next round.
So next is the fifth round. This is the last round of this quiz competition, and the rapid fire. So the questions for Team Jnana. The first question. The rules for this question will be.
Our fifth round will be a rapid fire round. In this, there will be 10 questions for each team. And each question will carry 1 mark. Okay? There will be 10 questions for each team. And each question carries 1 mark. There won't be any pass in this round. So, dears, time is really crucial in this round. Just go on.
As soon as possible, you can answer. So, the first question to Team Jnana. Which ancient text in Ayurveda contains the oath for medical students?
Charak Samhita.
Yes, that's right answer. Next question. How many branches does Ayurveda have?
8.
Yes. Next. Among the different types of water extract, Fanda is called as? Fanda. Next question. It is hot infusion. Next question. Which ancient text devotes an entire chapter to the epidemiology and prescribes methods to prevent and manage the outbreak of epidemics? Which ancient text devotes an entire chapter to the epidemiology and prescribes method to prevent and manage the outbreak of epidemics? Entire chapter to epidemiology in Ayurveda, a text in Ayurveda.
Bhavaprakash.
No, Charaka Samhita. Next, fifth question. Which Indian state is known for the practice of Siddha medicine?
Tamil Nadu.
Yes, right answer. Sixth question. Which ancient conqueror was impressed by the snakebite healers and Ayurvedic physicians in India? It was an ancient conqueror.
Pass.
Next, it is Alexander the Great. Next question. Who authored the work Vriksha Ayurveda, an independent text on plant science?
Pass.
It is Surapala. Next question. Which commentator of Charaka Samhita suggested that plants have feelings and cognitive abilities? Which commentator of Charaka Samhita suggested that plants have feelings and cognitive ability? Yes, that's right answer. Ninth question. Who composed the treatise Gajayurveda?
Pass.
It is Palakapya. 10th question. Which stimuli do sunflower plants respond to?
Sunlight. Light.
Light. Okay. Now, next to Team Medha.
So over to Team Medha. Your 10 questions are here. Are you ready? Are you ready for the questions? Clear with all the rules? Shall we start then? So Team Medha is going to do this round. So questions please. For Team Veda, the first question is, which Purana classifies animals on the basis of their activity into diurnal, nocturnal or both? Which Purana classifies animals on the basis of their activity into diurnal, nocturnal or both? The right answer is Matsya Purana. Moving on to the second question. Second question please. Ubhavana Vinoda book is written by whom? Ubhavana Vinoda book is written by whom? Do you have an answer? Pass. Do someone know the answer? Audience? Sharangadara is the right answer. Moving on to the third question. Third question please. What is the Ayurvedic term for decoction? What is the Ayurvedic term for decoction? It's very important, very easy question. Answer is wrong. Answers from audience, please. Yeah, Kashaya is the right answer. Moving on to the fourth question. Who is the author of the textbook Mriga Pakshi Shastra? Who is the author of the textbook Mriga Pakshi Shastra? Sorry, the answer is wrong. Any guesses, any answers from the audience? Hamsadeva is the answer for the question. Moving on to the fifth question. Fifth question, please. Which is the treatise composed on the dietetics by Vishwanatha Sena? Which is the treatise composed on the dietetics by Vishwanatha Sena?
Pass.
Pass. The answer is Patya Patya Vinishchaya. Moving on to the next question. Question number 6, please. What does the word churna refers in Ayurveda? What does the word churna refers to in Ayurveda? Churna. Wrong answer. Audience? Powder is the right answer. Okay. Next question, please. What procedure was witnessed by the Western medicine practitioner Thomas Crusoe and James Findlay in 18th century? What procedure was witnessed by Western medicine practitioners Thomas Crusoe and James Findlay in 18th century? Pass. The answer is the Indian rhinoplasty. Okay. Next question, please. This is a very easy question. Who is considered as the father of surgery? Who is considered as the father of surgery? Father of surgery. No. The right answer from audience. Who is considered as the father of surgery? Once again. Sushruta is the right answer. Okay. Next question, please. The question is, which text of Kaudilya contains the passages related to agroforestry? Which text of Kaudilya contains the passages related to agroforestry? Once again. Correct ആയിട്ടാണോ പറയുന്നത്?
Agrishastra.
Answer is wrong. From the audience? Yeah, the right answer is Artha Shastra, not Agri Shastra. Okay. So moving on to the final question for Team Medha. Question. The term, the treatment procedure Virejana in Ayurveda refers to dash. The treatment procedure Virejana in Ayurveda refers to what? In English, what we tell? Virejana. From the audience, the answer please. Yes, purgation is the right answer. So, moving on to the next team, Team Pratnya.
Now to Team Pratnya, the first question. Who applied dosha theory to plants? Who applied dosha theory to plants? Dosha theory. No. No, it is Surapala. Next question. What does the word nasya refer to in Ayurveda? What does the word nasya refer to in Ayurveda? Nasal purge. That's right answer. And next, third question. How many seasons are mentioned in Ayurveda? No, audience please. Yes, that's right answer. Next question. Which individual is credited with the discovery of vaccination for smallpox? Which individual is credited with the discovery of vaccination for smallpox? It is Edward Jenner. Next question. Next question. Who proposed the idea of learning surgery on vegetables? Who proposed the idea of learning surgery on vegetables? Who proposed the idea of learning surgery on vegetables? Any idea? Tell it loudly. Try. Paranjo. Alla, who proposed the idea of learning surgery on vegetables? It is an Ayurvedic acharya. It is anybody? Sushruta. The answer is orka parayande. Sushruta. It is right answer. Please keep it closely. Next question. Haya Ayurveda is concerned with the study of. Haya Ayurveda is concerned with the study of. Orka parayane. Adithukku pidichu parayane. Haya Ayurveda.
Pass. Pass.
Pass. Audience? Horses. That's right answer. Next question. Horses. Which text describes communicable diseases and explains that disease can be transmitted from one person to another by close contact through air, sharing of clothes, sleeping together, and so on? Which text describes communicable diseases and explains that diseases can be transmitted from one person to another by close contact?
Pass.
Try. Any try? Text in Ayurveda. Sushruta Samhita. Next, 8th question. Which dosha represents transformation and catabolism in the body? Which dosha represents transformation and catabolism in body? Transformation and catabolism. ഏത് ദോഷം? പറഞ്ഞു. ഉറക്കെ പറയൂ, കേക്ക് ഉറക്കെ, മൈക്കിലടുപ്പിച്ച് ഉറക്കെ. Once more. Yes, you're right. Pitta. Yes, that's right. Next question. Which Ayurvedic text is dedicated exclusively to pediatrics? Tell just which text is dedicated exclusively to pediatrics in Ayurvedic text? Dedicated exclusively to pediatrics. Try. കേൾക്കാലോ, ഉറക്കെ പറയൂ. പറഞ്ഞോ, ഏതാന്ന് എനിക്ക് കേൾക്കാത്തതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. ആയുർവേദിക് ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ട്രൈ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കൂ, ഏതെങ്കിലും ടെക്സ്റ്റ്. പീഡിയാട്രിക്സ്. കാശ്യപ സംഹിത. ഓക്കെ, നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. Among different types of water extract, what is the Ayurvedic term for a cold infusion? Cold infusion. അല്ല, among the different types, അത് ഒരു type of water extract ആണ്. What is the Ayurvedic term for cold infusion? It is an Ayurvedic term. It is a type of preparation. ഓർക്കെ പറയൂ, കേൾക്കാൻ. അല്ല, ഹിമ. ഓക്കെ, നെക്സ്റ്റ്. നൗ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ടു ടീം വേദ.
Team Veda, are you ready for the rapid fire? Shall we start then? Questions for Team Veda. So the first question is, name the Purana which contains a chapter on Vriksha Ayurveda. Name the Purana which contains a chapter on Vriksha Ayurveda.
Agni Purana.
Agni Purana is right answer. Clap. Please give them a clap for this answer. Moving on to the second question. Second question. What does the word Rakta Moksha refers to in Ayurveda? What does the word Rakta Moksha refers in Ayurveda? Rakta Moksha.
Blood.
Rakta Moksha. We need a complete answer. Blood is right, but it's a procedure.
Bloodletting.
Answer is right. Please give them a big clap for the answer. Moving on to the third question. Who advocated a thorough study of anatomy by dissecting the dead body?
Shushruta.
Right answer. Moving on to the next question. The author who classified horses and described treatment for them. Who is the author who classified horses and described treatment?
Salihotra.
Yeah, the answer is right. Shalihotra. Shalihotra is the correct pronunciation. Answer is right. Moving on to the fifth question. How many subtypes of lions are mentioned in the book Mriga Pakshi Shastra? How many types of lions are mentioned in this following textbook?
2.
Wrong answer. The answer is 6. Moving on to the next question, please. Which dosha represents anabolism in the body?
Kapha.
Right answer. Kapha is the right answer. Moving on to the seventh question. What is the Sanskrit term used for ashes in Ayurveda?
Bhasma.
Right answer. Bhasma is the right answer. Next question, please. So the eighth question is, Gaja Ayurveda is concerned with the study of
Elephants.
right answer. Moving on to the ninth question. Which element is symbolized by space?
Agasha.
Right answer. Moving on to the 10th question. The fourfold goals of life includes dharma dash Kama and Moksha?
Artha.
Right answer. So the team Veda made all the answers correct. Thank you.
That was a really exciting round, is it? So dear kids, we all appreciate the efforts taken by you all to learn more about our Ayurveda Shastra. And we hope some of you may become torchbearers of our science in future as well. Thank you. Our quiz competition has come to an end. First position is banked by which team? Yes, it's right. Yes, team Veda with a score of 82 points. Second position, here is team Pratnya with a score of 47 points. Third position to team Medha with a score of 10 points. At last, our team Jnana with a score of 73 points. We should also appreciate them as they took over the seat in the last minute. We are on the brink of an exciting moment as we are about to commence our formal prize distribution function in just half an hour. Anticipation fills the air as we prepare to honor the remarkable individuals who have showcased their talents in the competition. The highly anticipated and thrilling occasion, that is the prize distribution ceremony. As we commence the formal proceedings, let's begin by seeking blessings from Almighty. Let's begin with a prayer.
ध्यायामो धवलावगुण्ठनवती तेजोमयीं नैष्टिकी स्निग्धाभाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवती मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखी वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनी श्यामाङ्गीं मधुसिक्तसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकाम् ईश्वरी.
Now, I invite Dr. Sushma N.S., Associate Professor and Research Officer, Amrita Centre for Advanced Research in Ayurveda, to give the welcome address.
Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of my beloved Amma, and warm good afternoon to everyone gathered here. So during this occasion, I remember one conversation which I heard during Amma's Darshan when it was having meeting with the guest who visited Ayurveda conferences over here. So among them, one guest from professor from Italy, she asked Amma, present generation students are suffering from anxiety, depression, that they don't have a mental strength to cope up the situation. How to support them? And what is your gift for them so that we can make them as a responsible citizen? Hearing this, Amma was silent for a few seconds, and with lots of concern, Amma said, the present generation is grown up now. So if you have to, if at all you are going to tell something, or you are going to do abruptly something that will harm them. So best advice is, Amma said, we have to cultivate and give awareness, education in the childhood itself. This is what the small step which we want to come up, we have to give with this Arogyasamskriti from the Amrita IKS Centre. So we have attempted to impart the knowledge to the younger generation by drawing from India's rich heritage of Arogyasamskriti, which incorporates a people-oriented health culture. So we must visualize health as a state of well-being created by the individual's active participation. health becomes a state of well-being that can be created from within. So, and for this, we need to cultivate health intelligence in people's minds. So, our goal is to uncover India's identity as a self-reliant and health-conscious civilization, to cultivate Arogya Buddhi, our health intelligence from an early age. To spread this awareness under the component of Arogyasamskriti, we, Amrita IKS, organized this school level quiz competition as one of the outreach program for the many schools nearby our Amrita School of Ayurveda. First of all, let me extend my heartfelt welcome to Swami Shankaramritananda Puri, Dean of the Amrita School of Ayurveda, for gracing this event. Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya, Principal, School of Spiritual and Culture Studies, who has graciously accepted our invitation to join us today. I welcome you, Swami. It is my pleasure to welcome our Principal in charge, Dr. Ramesh N.V., Amrita School of Ayurveda, to this event. I welcome Dr. P. Ramanohar, Research Director, Amrita Centre for Advanced Research in Ayurveda, Acharya, and the brain behind the project. I welcome you, sir. Let's give a big round of applause to today's program, the center of attraction of three schools from Vivekananda Higher Secondary School, SVHSS, Shanmukha Vilas Higher Secondary School, and Government Fisheries Higher Secondary School for participating today's quiz competition. And also the student from Amrita School of Ayurveda, Alok and Hariram, for participating at the last moment. So these three students reached this stage after performing well in the initial online screening exams. I congratulate all the students for participating in this competition. Your hard work, dedication and enthusiasm have they set you apart, and acknowledge the mentor who guided you students. I also welcome parents and teachers accompanying the student to this event, and also heartfelt welcome to our Amrita School of Ayurveda first year student 2023 batch and 22 batch for this event. Thank you for being a patience. Thank you for being a patient audience and hearing my thoughts. Nam Shivaya.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my privilege to welcome you also to this function. Welcome, ma'am. I would like to extend a warm invitation to Dr. P. Ramanohar, Research Director, Amrita Centre for Advanced Research in Ayurveda, to speak about Arogyasamskrti quiz.
Om Amriteshwarya Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Amma. My pranams to the dignitaries on the stage, all the parents, students, faculty who have come here to participate in Arogyasamskrti quiz program. At the beginning already I gave a brief background on why we have conducted this Arogyasamskrti quiz. This is part of a project that we are doing, which is funded by the Ministry of Education, IKS division. With this project we have established a center for Indian knowledge systems in Amrita University. It's called Amrita IKS Centre. We are focusing on Ayurveda, Vyakarana and Darshana. And in the Ayurvedic component, our focus is on Indian medical heritage. We know when we talk about Indian medical heritage, we think about Ayurveda, or we may also think about Siddha, other systems. But Indian medical heritage is not just about Ayurveda. Indian medical heritage is about the collective knowledge on health that we nurtured and developed as a civilization. Every individual contributed to the knowledge of Indian medical heritage. Ayurveda is the refined Shastric part of this tradition. So if you look at Indian tradition, we have the folk traditions, which is very rich. I don't know if you are aware. Ayurveda uses maybe a few plants, 600 to 1000. If you look at old textbooks, only 600 medicinal plants are described. Do you know in India how many plants are identified as medicinal? Totally, any guess? 3000 is still a very conservative amount. Nearly 10,000 is a little high, so it's somewhere in between. About 8 to 9,000 plants have been identified as medicinal. This was revealed by an All India coordinated project on ethnobotany. This was conducted way back in the 1990s. So when I just finished my course on Ayurveda, this project was also coming to an end. So it was a big excitement for us to know that India has about 9,000 medicinal plants. And Ayurveda textbooks have only less than 10% of this is Ayurvedic. So, why this distinction? I mean, this is because there has been a separation. Ayurveda has become more medicalized. In old tradition, it was seamlessly connected to the knowledge of the people. The folk traditions and Shastric traditions coexisted. So this is called technically in Sanskrit as Loka and Veda. The Loka tradition and the Veda tradition. The Vedic is the Shastric tradition. So in order to, why so much of knowledge existed, outside the domain of Ayurveda? Because in olden days it was considered that health is the responsibility of the individual. As an individual, I must possess all the knowledge that I should have to take care of my own health. So this knowledge was beyond medical discipline. Knowledge was distributed far and wide to each and every person. And this concept is what we are calling as Arogyasamskrti. Our culture is an Arogyasamskriti. Everybody knows basic things about health. So this is what we have discovered through our project, that not only in Ayurvedic texts, but in the entire literature of India, there is information about health. So in our project, we looked at textbooks, non-Ayurvedic textbooks. We looked at non-Ayurvedic textbooks. And about 240 such textbooks we looked at. And we found that it's a wealth of information on health. All of you must have heard an apple a day keeps a doctor away. But do you know what is the Indian equivalent? What in our tradition we advised to keep a doctor away? You may be thinking whether it's mango. Is it mango or amla? Huh? Discipline, good, you are a little close. So it is not, you cannot our people were very realistic. Eating apples is a very easy thing to do. Is it not? We did not suggest such simplistic things. We were to the point. We really told what is really essentially needed. And this information is not there in Ayurveda. Parishramo mitaharo. Bhugada Vashwini Sutau Tavanadritya Naivaham Vaidyamanyam Samashray. There are two things that you need to do to keep a Vaidya away. One is Parishrama. It's not exactly discipline, it means physical exertion. You must have a physically active life. This is being rediscovered now today as a panacea for preventing all diseases. When modern medicine has come to the same conclusion. Sitting is the new smoking, as they say. If you sit, it's worse than smoking. So please don't take that as an excuse to start smoking. You can develop lung cancer just by sitting. So you should not sit for more than, this was called in Ayurveda as Asya Sukham. Asya Sukham is considered to be a cause for so many diseases, including diabetes. Parishramo mitahara. Mitahara is regulation of diet. If you follow these two things, so they are like Ashwini Devas come down to earth. They are like the divine physicians. So by ignoring them, I will not consult a physician, which means indirectly what it means, that if you follow an active life, if you have an active life, and if you have you practice moderation in diet, you don't need to see a physician. So this is Arogyasamskriti. How can we avoid unnecessary medical intervention, unnecessary medical consultation? I don't know if you are aware, there are studies which are showing that when doctors go on strike, death rate is coming down. Do you know that? You have heard of that, right? When doctors go on strike, in many countries they have observed death rate is coming down by 30 to 50%. So we also have a sloka for that. And I don't know if you have heard of this verse, Vaidyaraja Namastubhyam. Some of you are new students of Ayurveda, so maybe you have not heard of this, which is true even today. Vaidyaraja Namastubhyam Yamaraja Sahodara. Yamastu Harade Pranan. Some of you have not heard of this. So you are going to become Vaidyas, but we have this narrative also about Vaidyas in our tradition. Don't become like this. Yamastu Harade Pranan. Yama will take away your life. Vaidya Pranan Dhananicha. The Vaidya will take away both your money and your life. So this is the danger of medicalization. This is today in medical sociology, anthropology, they call this as medicalization. Everything becomes, the Vaidya is the supreme person controlling everybody else's life. But our culture was that the patient, the person should be self-reliant. And for that we have to nurture the culture of Arogya Samskriti. Everybody should be responsible for their own health. In countries like United States, leading cause of death, the third leading cause of death is medical error. The medical profession is the third leading killer. First is cardiovascular disease, second is cancer, third is the doctor. So that is where healthcare system is going to. And that's the importance of Arogya Samskriti. So in Mahabharata, in Ramayana, any Indian literature you take, there will be some advice on health. And in our project we have found that so many interesting topics are there related to health. It's being developed into a database. So tomorrow you can know what topics information is there, which text is talking about it, what is the importance of that text, and how you can apply it in your own life. So I'm not taking much time. The purpose of doing these programs is actually to bring this knowledge to the new generation, so that we grow with awareness of this knowledge. Because at young age now, very, very unhealthy practices are being developed. I don't know, eating habits. Now you can sit at home, even young children, they can order on an app food at any time of the day or night. Very, very alarming unhealthy practices are being nurtured in society. So it's very, very important that at a very young age, students get exposed to this kind of health information. The purpose of Arogyasamskriti quiz is to take this knowledge to the younger generation in their formative years. So quiz, many of you came here, I think one team even got a fear psychosis and did not turn up, which is really a sad thing. We are not conducting this quiz as a competition. You must look at quiz as an educational program. There is of course a little adrenaline being pumped while the quiz event happens. That's just like participating in a sports. It is to make it an entertainment, not something very fearful or frightening. So you must consider, please convey this message to your friends also, because if we have one more quiz program, we expect all of you to come forward with more enthusiasm, not with fear. Because participating in the quiz will be educative. You don't have to worry about whether we have made, even if you participate any team, every team is going to get some prize. So You don't have to worry about winning or losing, but it's more about participating so that I'm sure all of you, do you think you learned some new things? You agree? Was it interesting? Yes. So that is the spirit in which we expect all of you to participate. So this is a brief background about why we are doing it. I would like to thank all the schools, the teachers, for taking the trouble to groom their students to participate in this quiz. And thank you all of you. Congratulations to all of you, especially the teams that won the first and second prize and also the third prize. All of you have won prizes. So with these words, I conclude. Thank you. Namaskar.
We have finally reached the highly anticipated moment, the prize distribution ceremony. First, I would like to call upon the third prize winners. Yes, it's Team Meda. The participants were Noora Siraj and Kaushiki S. Nath from SVHSS Clappana. I request Remy sir to give away the prize to the winners. Third prize winners will be getting a cash reward of 2,000 rupees. You may face the camera. Team Meda is receiving a cash prize of 2,000 rupees. Next, the second prize winners. Who were they? Yes, it is Team Pratnya. I invite Kumari Shali Rose and Ami S. Dev of GFHSS Kuzhithura to come on to the stage. I request Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya to give away the prize. Second prize winners will be getting a cash reward of 3,000 rupees. Team Pratnya is receiving a cash prize of 3,000 rupees. At last, the first prize winners. The winners of Arogyasamskriti quiz competition. Who are they? Yes, I invite Team Veda to the stage. They are Archana B and Adiba PN of Vivekananda HSS Changankulangara. I request Swami Shankaramridananda Puri to give away the prize. Congratulations, Team Veda. They are receiving a cash prize of 5,000 rupees. Now, our team Jnana, consists of Hariram and Alok Kumar Tiwari. Please come to the stage. I request Ram Manohar sir to give away the prize. Thank you all. Now, I invite Sambhuja Swami Shankaramritanandapuri, Dean, Amrita School of Ayurveda, to give the benedictory address.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Amma. My pranams to all the dignitaries on the dais and all the others who are gathered over here. I thought I need not speak because the program was almost getting concluded. So generally people feel that, when they feel sick about spiritual people, always go on giving advices. I also many times I am very reserved actually. I do not want to speak at all usually. I keep quiet most of the times. I am happy about that also, but we have to communicate, we have to educate, for which we have to speak. There is no other way other than that. It's not speech alone, but also your conduct or your culture, you represent, the way you present yourself in the society is also important. That also communicates a lot of things. The only reason for the communication by all these methods, by the personality as well as the speeches, because you cherish, you understand the great values of Indian culture. It is the only country which has survived all the attacks, cultural attacks, political attacks, financial attacks. We have survived. The only reason is the culture that we represented, the selfless culture, or the purity of heart of our rishis, the noble thought process that they had. That is the only reason by which we are surviving even today. If you think about how the Indian culture survived, it is only because of a handful of persons like Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramana Maharshi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tukaram, Sant Jnanadev. All the great Marathi saints, they lived a very simple life. They did not go to preach, they did not have microphones, they did not have YouTubes, they did not have all the facilities that we have today. Yet their influence in the society, influence in the thought process of the society is not negligible. Despite of political powers, the India is surviving. Only Samartha Ramdas established thousands of temples, Hanuman temples, wrote great books, inspired Chhatrapati Shivaji, even politically also. These people are responsible for the revival or the state in which we are existing. Not only for Hindus, it is also for Christians. They have a kind of a culture which is representing the thought process of our rishis. The marriage is still existing. That system is existing only because of people like Sri Rama and the way they conducted themselves. So, indirectly and directly, the great people or the culture they represented, the Sanatana culture, the eternal values that they represented, they lived, the depth they had is influencing directly and indirectly. We may not realize that, but it is influencing us. Their texts is one reason, the OVs, the songs they wrote, the multifarious methods they adopted. So that is influencing the thought process of our culture unknowingly, and that never goes waste. Whatever small thought, it may be superficial, it may be a little bit deeper, or it may be into the depths. The ultimate message of self-realization. Maybe the thoughts are very superficial, like the social messages. Maybe it is a little more deep, like Puranas. Maybe it is up to the depth, it is through Mauna. Ramana Maharshi did not teach much, but he taught many things through silence. So, from a superficial process of thinking into the depths of our thinking, the rishis are responsible, or the maharshis are responsible, or the saints are responsible. And they percolated the families, the society, the kings, normal people, all the three types of seekers, Uttama, Madhyama, Adhama sadhakas, they did not neglect the lower people also. So, that is the only thing which makes us interact necessarily. It has to be communicated. The value has to be understood. That we possess a great culture, which should not be neglected, which should be practiced. It is not for just an intellectual understanding. It is not for verbal jugglery, just to speak, make sounds in the ether. It is not important at all for us. It is important that we get inspired, we appreciate, we understand the depth and the values, and try to practice. It cannot happen in one day. It is not at all possible. But it never goes waste. A few years before, we had a great opportunity to speak with Swami Chinmayanandaji. Only 3 or 4 of us, one of the brahmacharis who is sannyasi now, Guru Padasradhananda. He was also with me. When only 2 or 3 of us were there with Swamiji, and one person asked a question. You are a strong advocate. You are advocating to teach us Sanskrit. You ask us to teach the scriptures, the ideas of the scriptures. But nothing seems to happen. Many years we had been doing this, but nobody seems to be transformed or getting benefited. It seems to be a waste of an attempt. So many times Amma is hugging so many people, so many times she is consoling, so many times she is giving advices. People go with the same problem again, and she is again giving the same kind of advice. Trying to be in the central point, the devotion is her main emphasis. Somehow she is trying to keep people, they may try to melt their hearts, try to bring purer thoughts into their minds. But the effort seems to be not very, very clear. The transformation does not seem to happen quickly. Despite of it, they go on trying. So Swamiji told us that that the effort never goes waste. It's never wasted. At some point, you have a disease, you start taking medicines. Immediately, it does not act. It needs a lot of things. Ahara viharas are required to bring a proper change. Sometimes surgery is required. Sometimes the difficult methods, Krishna sadhya rogas need Krishray rupaye Krishrastu. Mahadbhischa chirenava. It needs a lot of effort. But the effort is never a waste. So, Sant Tukaram and others, they did not have audience. They sang only with few people. But it has percolated through generations and percolated millions of people. Now lakhs of people follow the Varkari Sampradaya, which is transforming, which is sustaining the culture of Maharashtra, despite of so much of materialistic invasions that is happening, so much of wrong thinking that is happening in the society, that is still maintaining and sustaining the Indian culture. So that is the only reason why we are tempted to express ourselves, why we are tempted to take continuous efforts without losing faith. Maybe it is a simple program like this. But a lot of things, it is getting transformed, it is being communicated directly and indirectly. So, I feel that our efforts are not wasted. Our efforts are in the right direction. So we will have the IKS system itself is an emerging field in India, unfortunately. But there are a lot of people, who are contributing to this. A lot of genuine people with a lot of depth, serious knowledge are involved in this program, and it is a very, very much necessary for our country's sustainability, to keep it intact, the culture that is necessary for the country to grow. So I feel that it is necessary that such programs should be encouraged and conducted frequently, so that all of you have the potential to understand, to ingest, to digest these ideas and then make it better, communicate within yourselves and communicate with the society in the future. So I hope a lot of good things will happen through our small efforts, for which Amma might shower her benevolent blessings to all of you, all of us. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Amriteshwari Namaha.
Thank you, Swamiji. Now I invite Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya, Principal, Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, to give the felicitation address.
Namaste Gurave Nityam Sahajananda Rubine Yasya Vagamridam Handi Visham Samsara Samnyakam. I humbly bow down at Amma's lotus feet. My salutations to Swami Changankulangara ji and the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I always come to any function which is organized by Ayurveda if possible. And this is particularly important for me also, because this IKS is a co-venture, mainly led by Dr. Ram Manohar ji and Acharya and the School of Ayurveda. But there are three verticals or three streams, and one of the stream is from Amrita School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies. Dr. Ram Manohar ji has explained about the content, what is the purpose of this Arogyasamskriti quiz, and the need of Arogyasamskriti amongst especially the youth of the present times. Sambuja Swamiji, Shankaramurthandapuri has explained why this should be disseminated to the world. So both the components have been touched. And I am reminded of the famous verse in the first chapter of first sarga of Raghuvamsha. Satyayam idabhashinam. Nowadays, the culture of health is disappearing from our society, as Dr. Ram Manohar ji has rightly pointed out. In its place, many habits which are against the development of the individual itself is creeping into our society, like sitting for a long time, then many things he pointed out. But to counter this situation, our knowledge has to be disseminated. That was what Swami Shankaramurthandapuri was stressing. So such small endeavors will have a large effect. I am reminded about another very famous Subhashidam, which tells that Shatashakha bhavatyeva yavan matra vi satkriya. A little effort will branch into hundreds of branches, and it will have an influence on the society. Maybe it will take some time. യശോധിഗന്ധും ധനലിപ്സയാവ മനുഷ്യസംഖ്യാം അതിവർത്തിതും വാ നിരുത്സുകാനാം അഭിയോഗഭാജാം സമത്സുകേവാംഗം ഉപൈതി സിദ്ധി. ദാറ്റ്സ് എ ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ വേഴ്സ്. യശോഭിഗന്ധും ധനലിപ്സയാവ, not just for getting fame and name and fame, dhanalipsayava, or not for getting monetary benefits. Manushya sankhya madhivartidum va, to make lot of followers. If you are not interested in all these things, such a person's effect will, for that person, samutsikeva angam upaidi siddhi. Siddhi will come and sit in his lap. This is what the message is. So such small endeavors, which is not for getting name or fame, which is not for getting a lot of money, or which is not for getting a lot of followers, but to disseminate knowledge, but to lead the society in the right direction, it will be fruitful, there is no doubt. So IKS is a very great, a grand endeavor, a great step taken by the Ministry of Education, and we were really lucky to get one center sanctioned in Amrita, and the main part, Arogyasamskrti, which collects verses from different texts, kavyas, nadagas, puranas, itihasas, and all other Sanskrit texts other than health texts, Ayurvedic or any other science, any other Shastra text, which are compiled and presented as a part of this IKS activity, is reaching fruition. And Ramanoharji has revealed that you will get an app to find all this knowledge that is scattered in the different branches of our literature. All this will be available at a single, through a single window. This project has been being taken up by Dr. Ramanoharji, and now it is reaching the final stages. So as a part of that project, this quiz has been conducted, and it is really heartening that a new generation is coming up who is really into this traditional knowledge, our wisdom, and the first professional Ayurveda students can also get motivated by the performance of the school students who have come from the different schools of this locality. And anyway, it is a very good sign that our journey is in the right direction. So I take this opportunity to congratulate the winners and also the catalysts who are present here, who didn't get anything out of it, but who made the process happen, our own students from the first profession of Amrita School of Ayurveda. So I congratulate all of them, and also thank Dr. Ramanoharji for taking up this great project and taking it a long way. So with this, I offer my words at Amma's lotus feet. Om Amriteshwari Namaha.
Thank you, Swamiji. I invite Dr. Ramesh N.V., Principal and HOD, Rasashastra and Bhaishya Department, Amrita School of Ayurveda, to give the felicitation address.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Amma. My humble pranams to the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. At the outset, I want to congratulate all the participants as well as winners of today's quiz. And I think I also congratulate our 2 batches of UG students for participating and seeing the enthusiasm of kids in participating in the quiz as well as learning about IKS. IKS is a big branch which today they are concentrating on Arogyasamskrti, the health aspect which has been explained in the knowledge system of India. And when you look at, as it has been told, Ayurveda is a refined portion of Indian knowledge system in health, and we have so much documented, and there are so much not documented also. And if you keenly observe, whatever we celebrate, whatever we practice is a part of health system itself. And unfortunately, we start forgetting all those things. We are getting into the so-called modern lifestyle system. And first year students will be knowing what Ayurveda starts not with the medicines, it starts with when to get up, how to get ready. That's more important to maintain your health dinacharya, what you are supposed to do daily, what you are supposed to do when the season changes, called as Ritucharya, how you need to behave, which is called as Sadvrata, and goes on. And other than that, for the kids who have participated today, who are going with happiness and message, I just want to say that just observe what we are celebrating in India. Daily we celebrate. Being an Indian, almost every month we do have a festival. For each festival has got its own system. And when you look keenly, when you observe, and everything is to, take care of our body, our health and our mind. And just for an example, I don't take too much, it's already late. We South Indians celebrate many festivals. In Navaratri, Dasara, it comes in Sharadrutu. Ayurveda student knows it's a period where the pitta increases in the body. You need to control the pitta. How do you control the pitta? Not by overeating and taking pitta reducing food. Generally they do fasting during the daytime. Night they worship goddess and prepare lot of payasam and eat. That too light payasam. It controls the pitta. And later on it comes Deepavali, when the cold season starts. Generally you tend to have a dry weather, your skin dries up. They connected the story. Deepavali is the day where the Narakasura has been killed and the Krishna went and took a oil bath. So on the day of Naraka Chaturdashi, everyone gets up early morning, do a Taila Abhyanga and take a shower. They have, if an ordinary day, if I wake up a girl or a boy at 4:30 and ask them to take a shower, oil bath, they don't do it. So we connect the, spiritual, godly concept. So today, Lord Krishna has taken an oil bath. You have to take an oil bath. When I say you follow, you do it. And it's a, the cold season, you light the lamp in the night, you keep the atmosphere warm and it enlightens you. Generally the cold season. The same way, we are in the Dhanur Masa, you might be knowing, again a cold season. Generally you tend to have a lot of dryness. And there is a custom in South India, they prepare pongal every day and eat. Pongal is nothing but, rice, jaggery, coconut cooked well. You eat it as a prasadam. Generally, it helps to, nourish your body, control your body. All the festivals, you are going to have a Makara Sankranti, again a dry season, and everybody knows that you are going to prepare a sweet with sesame. Andhra people know very well. And sesame contains a lot of oil, it's good for Vata, and generally we are going for a period where Vata increases. Just I am giving one or two examples. All the festivals, all the Indian system, all the cultures, even you might be knowing there is a custom in few temple cities. In Dhanurmasa they get up early and the god will be having a early morning puja, 4:30 they start. Of course in Kerala they do it daily. In other places, the temples where they do puja at 8 o'clock in the morning, in Dhanurmasa 1 month they do it in early. So you have to get up early, get ready, go do the puja, and at 7 o'clock you take pongal. Both the pongal, sweet and kara pongal, and kara pongal will be having lot of pepper in it so that it won't affect your digestion also. So all these things, when you look at, just try to recollect, just try to observe, just listen to your grandparents, what they were doing in festival, what they were doing day to day. All these things are a part of health system. And we need to revive, a pizza, burger is a part of life. I don't say don't take it, but don't forget the festivals. All the festivals what we celebrate, all the activities what we do. You might be knowing an influential speaker on medicine, Dr. B.M. Hegde, who was a hardcore allopathy practitioner. Now he does talk a lot about Ayurveda. He always says, whenever you go up, he was in Manipal, we used to see, whenever he used to see girls looking for, lift instead of staring the, climbing the stairs, he used to call them and scold. Just try to avoid the lift and climb, your uterus becomes strong. He always used to say, and that's true. And in a open talk, he always used to say that whatever your grandparents have done, you do it, you live longer, you doesn't need medication. That's what our grandparents used to get up early in the morning. They used to eat the good homely cooked food. They lived long, they lived healthy. And at this age, if you see an 18-year-old girl, 19-year-old boy going to orthopedic surgeon for a scanning of the spine saying that I do have a disc problem. This is what troubling us. So I request you, it's not a Shastra, it's not a Purana, it is only for ourselves to live better. Go through the rituals, what has been told, listens to your grandparents. When the time permits, read Shastras. Even there, you get a lot of reference. It could be Ramayana, it could be Bhagavata. We read Ramayana during the Ramayana Masa only to read. Try to understand, there are so many beautiful things. Practice in your life. Hope India will become a better country with the young generation, learning about the good things in the Shastra, practicing it and preaching it to others. Like yoga has become an internationally acceptable. Let all the concept of knowledge of Indian system and the health part of it called Arogyasamskrti, let it be accepted whole world, by the whole world, and you be the carrier of it. Once again, congratulating all the winners and appreciating the efforts of parents in bringing them here, and congratulating all the Amrita students for a active participation, and wishing you all the best. Let Amma bless all of us. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Shyamasundaran K, Assistant Professor and Research Officer, Amrita Centre for Advanced Research in Ayurveda, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Om Namah Shivaya. So, what an energetic program this was, right? You all agree with me? Yeah. So, for this, first of all, I should acknowledge the divine grace of Amma, which has inevitably made this program a grand success. Let me first congratulate and thank all the student teams and of course the winners who have come from various schools around Clappana and participated in this final round quiz of Arogyasamskrti. You all responded immediately to our invitation to participate and actively participated and gave your best. So that itself is commendable, and we really appreciate all of your efforts. And special thanks, I should say, for the teachers who have mentored the students. Then now I also thank the esteemed Dean, Amrita School of Ayurveda, Swami Shankaramritananda Puri, for gracing the occasion and sharing his valuable thoughts with us. I thank Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya, Principal, School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, Associate Professor, Philosophy, Arts and Culture, Spiritual Studies, for accepting our invitation and igniting profound values with his wisdom. I thank Dr. Ramesh NV, Principal in Charge, School of Ayurveda, for sharing his views on IKS and its importance. And I thank Dr. Ram Manohar, who deserves a special recognition for being the visionary behind this intellectually stimulating competition, and also for sharing the very purpose of conducting the program with simple yet profound facts. I thank the enthusiastic students in the audience, and I thank the quiz masters Dr. Priyada and Dr. Devishri and Dr. Amrita for the MC. I also thank the team who tallied the score, Dr. Geetu, Dr. Sujitra and Dr. Kartika. Please give a round of applause also for the AV support provided by the ICTS team, the multimedia support by AOC, Mr. Deepu, Mr. Nandakumar for the food arrangements, Minsha for coordinating with the students, and all the student volunteers who assisted in organizing this event. Thank you once again to everyone for making this competition a memorable experience. Om Namah Shivaya.